Good afternoon and welcome back to the second game of our second day of action here at the STOP-DWI Tournament of Champions at the Ball Complex in Binghamton, New York. Our matchup today features the Brantford Bobcats against the Jersey Flames Gold. Again, our second of two games today. We'll have two games tomorrow as well, one at 9:20 and one at 12:30 on our final day of this three-day event here from Binghamton, New York. The town has featured nice weather. They've been excellent hosts. And an excellent host to the number of teams and college coaches. If you're with us earlier on with our coverage, we said that there were over 60 coaches from colleges throughout the Northeast at this event, and they're ready to see some of the best players in this country and in Canada, because our matchup today features the Brantford Bobcats out of Brantford, Ontario, a team that south of the 8 weeks in a row, competing in tournaments in Akron, Ohio, and Novi, Michigan. They say the game of softball is strong in Canada and the United States have done a whole lot to try to get softball back in the Olympic program for the year 2020. And of course, we'll see how that goes, but those two countries leading the charge. Brantford will have a lineup that looks like this. The left fielder Logan Blake will lead off. The catcher Mackenzie Philpott hits second, and she'll be followed by the shortstop Chelsea D'Avalar. Toria Gray Baker is the third baseman, and she'll hit cleanup, followed by the second baseman Emily Dodge. The center fielder is Sydney Taylor. She'll bat sixth and be followed by our starting pitcher, Taylor Wright, who bats in the seventh spot. Cammie Sinclair will be the first baseman and hit eighth. Hitting ninth is the right fielder, Abby Hill. Casey Harrison is an extra hitter today, and so too is Taylor Robley at this game for the Brantford Bobcats. And for the New Jersey Flames, the lineup is as follows. Skylar, shortstop, will lead off, and she'll be followed by Gabby Bennett, the center fielder. Christine Gebhardt is the first baseman. She bats in the three spot today and is followed by Casey Sheeta, the second baseman. Helena Coppola, the left fielder, will hit in the five spot, and she'll be followed by Lauren Conroy, an extra hitter, batting sixth. Now she'll rotate into the middle infield positions beginning in the second inning. She'll be followed by the third baseman, Alex Corrigan, who hits seventh. The right fielder, Daniela Marino. The catcher, Emma Curry, hits ninth. She'll be followed by Chris, who will play third base and rotate into third base during the odd-numbered inning or the even-numbered innings. And the shortstop is Berna McCormick, the starting shortstop today, Berna McCormick, and she'll also, she's not the shortstop. Berna McCormick will play left field in the second inning, center field in the third inning, and right in the fourth inning. So she'll rotate around the outfield positions as such, and be an extra hitter to start. And starting in the circle for the New Jersey Flames is Carissa Spellman. So they 12 players on the roster, or actually in the game to start with, if you consider that Spellman will not hit for herself. So a very active group of Flames, as they've got some reserves as well. They got good numbers on this ball club. That's something that the Brantford Bobcats can boast as well. Strong numbers, strong participation. And both of these teams, as I said, have played extensively in the area and in the region. I told you where Brantford has been in the last few weeks. Talking to the coach of the New Jersey Flames, John Schaefer. They started their season a few weeks ago at the PGF National Qualifier in Bridgewater, New Jersey. They played in a Pennsbury event in Yardley, Pennsylvania. They went to play in Edison, New Jersey, then Chemung Township, New Jersey. They're here at the STOP-DWI Tournament of Champions. Next weekend, they'll go to the Summer Scorcher Showcase in Virginia Beach. Another tournament in Edison, New Jersey, and then they'll finish up their summer season at the New England's Finest in Plainville, Massachusetts. So it's the Canadians in white with black pants, and the team out of New Jersey, red tops and white pants today. 8 games total on all these fields today. The final game of the day goes off at 5 local time. So very busy for players, for coaches. There's an entire row of parking behind us and over toward the entrance of the venue. There's just umpire cars parked back to back to back. And if you go during the switchover of a game, always umpires changing into and out of different colored tops and different uniforms and putting different equipment on and getting ready to staff these games. The folks at the have been taking care of us. My producer, Buzz Mead, and I hit them up between our morning and afternoon games. I haven't had a chance to try one of the specialties on the menu. It's called a Speedy. A Speedy is diced chicken that's put on the grill in kebab form. It's marinated with an Italian dressing kind of seasoning and some spices. But what you do is when you take that off the grill, you slide the chicken off the kebab into the bun, and you eat it like so. It's just a chicken kebab, essentially, in that marinade, and it was delicious. That Italian marinade on that speedy sandwich. That's the specialty here. And I've been told multiple times by people who knew I was coming to Binghamton and people that have some you got to have a speedy, you got to try a speedy. And I can say that it is worthy of the attention that it receives. The action here on this field that we're showing you is field 3 of the 4 fields in this Bagsai softball complex. And the action here has been running just a little slower than the action we've seen on some of the other fields. I don't know why that is, but it's caught up a little bit to the action everywhere else because these are timed games. It just seems maybe that the timing has worked out a little bit differently on this field. So the scheduled first pitch time is 3:40. We're a little bit past that now if you're watching live. Right now we're waiting to see umpires show up and emerge from the wings at field 3. We have had a couple great games in this tournament thus far. A game last night that went right down to the final hitter between Wagner's 3-2 and Outlaws Elite. Wagner's pulled out the victory 7-5. And then the TC Tremors Gold picked up a 6-3 win over TFS STX out of Texas. Tremors had a pair of homers, or rather survived a pair of homers and hit one in that game. Ball has been flying out of this park here for some, all of these fields really. I've seen a lot of home runs during this event. So it seems. As coaches continue for the Flames infield and outfield warm-ups. Thought I saw the umpires a moment ago. Yesterday, all of these teams and they draw when they got here. Everybody played one game yesterday between the 3 fields being used for this tournament, and they'll play. By now, everybody that you're seeing has played in at least one of those. And yesterday there was a blind draw to determine who made it into the single tournament. So all of those teams that won in that blind draw, you might have seen our selection show as well, where I talked to Lou Bishop, the tournament director rather. But everybody in that single elimination will be back here tomorrow beginning at 7:45, or the games begin at 7:45. Some teams will be playing in de facto play-in games for games that will take place at 9:30, or 9:20 rather. All set up by a blind draw. Lou was telling me yesterday that some of these teams would have to win 6 games tomorrow to win the event, which is just a lot of softball, especially when you consider that these girls would have already played 4 spread between yesterday and today. Again, the blue chip softball season continues. So many showcase events throughout the country. A few of these teams were in Colorado last week for an event out there. Several more will go on to events next week. We mentioned the big one taking place in Virginia Beach that is next weekend. There's another one in Reno that's pretty big. I'm told those Colorado events are huge. You'll have up to 10,000 softball players in 3 different sites in Colorado. There's one in, I believe, Boulder. There's one in Denver, and I think someone in Aurora for some reason. That seems to stick out. So we have umpires now on field 3, and as soon as the lineup cards and pleasantries are exchanged between umpires and head coaches for both teams, the captains will come out in a couple cases. Folks from Brantford are saying one of the reasons they come down to this event is because of their relationship with Lou Bishop. You know Lou for a long time, and we're talking a little bit how nice it is to see the camaraderie between teams at these events. Everybody seems so nice, and everybody seems to be getting along, and there's good sportsmanship between the teams, between the coaches. He said it's kind of like a high school reunion in a lot of ways, where you come to the event and you see all kinds of people you know right off the bat. You're always glad to see somebody that is in the vicinity. Some of the girls that were warming up on a different team than what you'll see today, that were warming up next to the Brantford Bobcats, were fascinated by the fact that these Brantford Bobcats are Canadian. We're asking them all kinds of questions. Canada, when you eat bacon, is it regular bacon or just Canadian bacon? That was overheard by our Buzz Mead, but a thoughtful question nonetheless. Things that 16 and 17-year-old girls are prone to ask. Well, both teams are in their huddles before the game. A coin flip was conducted at home plate to determine the home team and the away team, and from the looks of it, the Flames will bat first and be the away team today. They've got the bats in their hands and are looking like that they're ready to go. And Brantford will be in the field as we start this. I believe we're in the 5th game of this day. I believe I'm wrong now. This is the 6th game of 8 that'll be played today. As I said a moment ago, Brantford will be the home team in this event, and they will hit last. The Flames due to hit first. Their shortstop, Skylar DeVoren, leads off. Gabby Bennett follows, and Christine Gebhardt, the first baseman, comes after that. And the Bob right-hander. There are 3 girls on this Bobcats team named Taylor. One of them not here this weekend, and they have a 4th player, name of Taylor. Could get a little bit confusing. Now, Taylor Wright is through her warm-up tosses. We're just about through her warm-up tosses in the circle. Again, on your screen, Brantford in white tops with black pants. Brantford across the chest in black letters and numerals in black trimmed in red. And the Flames in the red tops with black numerals on the back and white pants on the high red stirrup socks. So this will be rather easy to pick out on television for you. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Our 2nd game of the day from the STOP-DWI Tournament of Champions at the Bagsai Softball Complex in Binghamton. Here is Skylar DeVoren, and the shortstop takes high, and away we go today. An hour and 20 minutes or 7 innings, the length of today's game. We'll go until just a little bit after 5 o'clock Eastern Time. The pitch, a cold strike down the gut from Taylor Wright. Counted 1-1 from Wright to Skylar DeVoren, and the delivery is grounded to the third base side. A fair stripe. DeVoren around first, hesitates, and now we'll go to second. The throw bounces and hits the umpire, possibly to the benefit of Brantford. DeVoren took a big turnaround first and then decided to go for that double. And she's in at second base to lead things off for the Flames. Gabby Bennett, the center fielder, stands in. Deals. Ball low and outside. Temperature is in the low 80s now on a warm afternoon from Binghamton. It's been a very sunny day, a warm day, but the humidity is not all. Been a very pleasant last couple days. 1-0 from Wright, stays up and away. DeVoren at second base as we are just underway in this game between the New Jersey Flames and the Brantford Bobcats. No score. Counts at 2-0 to Gabby Bennett. Wright comes set and deals. That's a ball outside. It didn't miss much. The catcher, Mackenzie Philpott, trying to frame that on the corner. Was not able to do it. Hitters count here for Bennett with Christine Gebhardt on deck. The changeup stays high, and Bennett draws ball 4. First walk of the day for either side as Gebhardt will hit with 2 on. Gebhardt will graduate in the spring out of Middletown North High School. Taylor Wright will work to her with a 1-0 count. Now we got time out here as Brantford wants a conference of the mound. We have a moment. Our games tomorrow, as I said, are 9:20 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. The 9:20 match, I believe the Morris County Bells, but I'd have to look and see who the other team is in that 9:20 matchup. Outlaws Elite. And we've got a really neat feature worked up in the pregame about a player on Morris County. So you'll want to watch for that one. All right, the conference is 8 deals off the plate. Having trouble finding the strike zone as Christine Gebhardt hits with 2 on, nobody out, top of the first. We're just underway from the Bagsai softball complex. Wright fires and Gebhardt pops it out of play to the third base side. If you watch the first 2 games we broadcast, those on 4 at this complex, we were above a bluff on the left field corner. We've gone maybe 10 feet away, but we're on flat ground compared to this field. As that pitch is taken low. Different perspective, looking from the left field corner instead of from above the right field corner, a little bit closer to field level. Now Wright comes set and deals. Pitch is low and in for ball 4 to Christine Gebhardt. So back-to-back walks after the leadoff double from Skylar DeVoren. One of the bases loaded with nobody out for Casey Sheeta. Trouble for Taylor Wright early in this first inning. Bases full of flames, and the pitch from Wright on the way is low. And Wright having trouble finding her spots. The delivery on the way is off and popped right back to Wright. That's exactly the kind of out she needed there. As Sheeta pops out, base is still loaded with 1 away for Helena Coppola. Coppola will start in left field today. Base is still full with for the Flames with nobody out here in the first. The pitch from Wright is a called strike. Infielders playing fairly normal position despite outs as that ball's bounced foul, nothing in 2. With the exception of Toria Gray Baker at third base, she's up in front of the bag a good deal. And her play would be to the plate. Cammie Sinclair a step or 2 in front of the bag at first. The pitch is past Baker and fouled down the left field line. Another 2-strike count coming to Helena Coppola. Taylor Wright trying to work out of this jam in the first inning. The pitch on the way, and that one is smacked into center field. Should score the run. Catch is made. No, they will not send the runner, and a great throw from Sydney Taylor shows how wise they were not to try to score Skylar DeVoren. Taylor with a catch in medium depth center. And DeVoren has to hold at third base. So 2 outs. Here is Lauren Conroy. Hitting from the left side, and Conroy takes a ball or a strike on the outside edge. Conroy, an extra hitter to start, will spend some time at short and second in this game. Wright trying to work out of this jam. She's up 0-1 in the count. Things even now at 1-1. The Brantford Bobcats in white and the New Jersey Flames in red. Base is still full with 2 outs. The pitch from right on 1-1. A called second strike. And now Taylor Wright is 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam, and an inning has started with a double and then back-to-back walks to load the bases with no one out. Here's the 2-strike pitch. It's low and wisely taken for ball 1 by Lauren Conroy. Conroy awaits the 1-2 and jabs it foul to the first base side. A little changeup there from Wright. Runner at third base is Skylar DeVore. Second, Christine Gebhardt at first. For the Flames, we're scoreless still. Wright deals high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the first inning here from Binghamton, New York. And this our second game of the day. The 2-2 from Wright is grounded foul up the first base side, so Conroy stays alive yet again. And the count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty good crowd on hand here. A couple folks in the outfield, most of them situated along the first and third base lines. Wright's 2-2 again. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Good work by Taylor Wright to strand the bases full after a double and 2 walks, loaded them for the Flames with nobody out in the first inning. So Brantford escapes, and they'll go to bat in the bottom of the first, scoreless between Brantford and New Jersey. This is Blue Chip Softball TV. The Flames loaded the bases in the first inning and then were not able to take advantage of it, so we remain scoreless going to the bottom of the first. Logan Blake, Mackenzie Philpott, and Chaplar will hit in the first against Carissa Spellman. We remain scoreless from Binghamton, New York in day 2 of the STOP-DWI Tournament of Champions. Blake, the left fielder, takes a strike on the inside edge. DWI, driving while intoxicated. A lot of states call it DUI, driving under the influence, or even a few call it OMVI, operating a motor vehicle intoxicated. But it is the same thing, and a great cause for which to name this tournament. The idea of abolishing or stopping drinking and driving. So the 1-1 is taken by Logan Blake for a called second strike from Carissa Spellman, the right-hander. Off to a good start, leading Blake in the count 1-2. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, Blake is the first out of the ball game. Good heat on that pitch from Spellman. Worthy of the moniker Flames. She'll face the lefty now in Mackenzie Philpott. Philpott takes a ball outside. Spellman, a quick worker, gets the ball and is ready to go. Pitch. This is on the outside edge to Philpott. Spellman deals low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Excuse me, 3 balls and no strike to Mackenzie. And Philpott takes the 3-0 pitch high for ball 4. So after looking in full command of everything she threw, On the at-bat to Blake. Philpott walks on 4 pitches, and now here's Chelsea D'Avalar with a runner on. We're scoreless with 1 out in the bottom of the first. D'Avalar spins around to that inside pitch, but it's a called strike on the edge. Sometimes you'll see a hitter spin when maybe it's a close pitch to try to buy a call. Change up, and now D'Avalar down 2 strikes as she swings and misses. Snap throw to first. Philpott's back. So Spellman ahead here, and D'Avalar grounds at a shortstop. Could be 2. There's 1 at second. The throw at first is high. So D'Avalar reaches on the fielder's choice as Philpott is retired at second. So D'Avalar trades places with Philpott as now with 2 outs. Here's Toria Gray-Baker. First pitch to Gray-Baker is outside. Spellman deals, and Gray-Baker fouls it straight back. D'Avalar at first base with 2 outs for Brantford, and this ball is grounded foul wide of third. And now Gray-Baker has 2 strikes on her. So a strikeout for Spellman, and then a walk, and then she induces a ground out. Now she's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning unscathed, and the pitch fouled straight back. Gray-Baker stays alive. I was commenting in another game about how many long at-bats I've noticed in this tournament. A lot of these girls have the bat control to continue to foul pitches off. Down 2 strikes in the count. They wear the pitcher down that way. Now Gray-Baker bounces this one to the shortstop. Bobbled. The throw to first base. And the throw from Skylar DeVorens, and plenty of time to retire Toria Gray-Baker. So the walk doesn't come back to hurt Carissa Spellman. And she gets out of the inning unscathed. We played 1 from Binghamton, and your score, New Jersey Flames 0, Brantford 0. This is BlueChipSoftballTV.com. We'll go to the second here from the Bagsai Softball Complex in Binghamton on a clear day. Blue skies, some fluffy clouds above, and mountains in the distance. Scoreless as the Flames will send Alex Corrigan, Daniela Marino, and Emma Curry to the plate against Taylor Wright. The first pitch bounced by Corrigan through the third baseman. Long throw from short, and it's not handled at first. Chelsea D'Avalar's throw just short of Cammie Sinclair. Corrigan reaches on the infield hit. So here's Daniela Marino. She's committed to the College of New Jersey, the Lions. To Marino is a called strike on the outer edge. Graduated this spring and will play for the College of New Jersey next year. Marino awaits the pitch from Wright and fouls it straight back. First, nobody out here in the second inning. Marino awaits the offering from Taylor Wright. And the pitch is cued down the line, a foul ball. Not too far from us. Abby Hill, as you see, will run that, or track that one down and play it back to the infield. Oh, a couple dogs in the area that are yapping at each other again. Corrigan leads from first, and the pitch is taken by Marino for a ball. We've had so many dogs at this event. I don't remember seeing this many at the Blue Chip Softball Tournament in Chemung Township. Wright fires. That one is fouled to the first base side. Some dogs seem to get along, and other ones are fairly territorial. The dog that instigated this one instigated another yap fest earlier. Wright fires. A little high. Runner at first base for the Flames are scoreless in the second inning. The pitch is grounded right back to Wright. Thought about second, but goes to first and gets the out there. Marino's retired. Corrigan takes second. One away here in the second for Emma Curry. Both of these teams will bat 11 players in this one. If you go to 11, you can always bat fewer, but you can't hit 9 and then add more. Pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. Curry trying to bring Corrigan home from second base and make her the first run of this game as Wright fires. That's bounced wide of third, a foul ball. Gray Baker at third base continues to stay up front and even with the bag. Or up front of the bag, excuse me. She's up there by a good 2 or 3 steps and creeping in as the pitch is thrown. Wright fires. That one is fouled wide of third yet again. We'll see if Wright tries to change speeds and fool the hitter Curry with Kristen Ruggiero in the on-deck circle. And the pitch on the way to Curry is a late swing. Wright knocks it down. It settles in the ring, and everybody's safe. Curry had her wait out in front at first, and then had to delay the swing. Wright knocked it down, and it settled in the nook between where her feet are landing and the rubber. As Corrigan takes third, still only one out. Runners out. And the pitch is popped into shallow left. That falls in for a base hit. 1-0 Flames on the single by Kristen Ruggiero. Corrigan scores from third. Emma Curry takes second on Kristen Ruggiero's single. The third hit of this inning for the Flames. Excuse me, they will hit 11 as Berna McCormick will have her turn now. The 11th batter, McCormick, takes a ball here. She'll graduate in the fall from Montgomery High School. In the spring, rather, excuse me. A hot shot to third base, caught by Gray Baker. The throw back to first, and Ruggiero dives back safely. Job by Gray Baker to catch that of Berna McCormick. She hit that one hard, just blistered. Back to the top of the order, and Skylar DeVoren. She takes. DeVoren's double is the only hit of the Flames' 4 hits today to go for extra bases. She led off the game with that 2-bagger. 1-0 Flames as DeVoren pops this one down the line and left and foul. 2 gone, 2 on for the New Jersey Flames. They lead at 1-0 as Devoren has a chance to play a couple more. Emma Curry's at second, and Kristen is at first. This is a good swing, but a floater to the shortstop, and D'Avalar's there to make the catch. So Devoren lines out to end the inning, but 3 hits will yield a run for the New Jersey Flames. Kristen Single brings home Alex Corrigan, and through an inning and a half, the Flames have a 1-0 lead on the Brantford Bobcats on BlueChipSoftballTV.com. Carissa Spellman continues in the circle for the New Jersey Flames, leading 1-0 as Emily Dodge leads things off for the Bobcats. A cut and a miss there. Dodge will be followed by Sydney Taylor and Taylor Wright. 3 singles in the New Jersey inning led to the run as Dodge takes a ball outside. Kristen Ruggiero's hit the RBI single. Called strike to Dodge, and the count evens at 2-2. Spellman with a strikeout already in this game fires up and in. Won't get a second there, 3-2. Long day of softball here from the Bagsai complex as Dodge pokes this one into the left and backing up to make the catch. That is Berna McCormick in this inning. So 1 gone for Sydney Taylor. The pitch to Taylor is low and outside for a ball. Taylor takes low and out in. She faces Carissa Spellman. Spellman deals. That's a swing and a miss. Spellman's yet to give up a hit today. Gave up a 1-out walk to Mackenzie Philpott. That's it. Couple ground ball outs after that. Swing and a miss there. And Taylor is at a 2-2 count. The pitch on the way is swung on and missed. That is strike 3. Sydney Taylor. Second strikeout of the day for Carissa Spellman. Really working her way through this order. Here is Taylor Wright, Spellman's counterpart. That one is dribbled in. Spellman deals. In there for a strike. 1-0 your score. Central New Jersey leads Brantford. 2 outs in the bottom half of the second. Day 2 of the STOP-DWI Tournament of Champions in Binghamton. Wright takes a ball upstairs, way upstairs. Again, this is game 6 of 8 scheduled today from these fields. Swing and a miss. And right now with 2 strikes on her. Everybody involved has played 3 games today or is in the middle of their third. As that one is swung on and missed. Back strikeouts from Spellman spell the end of the second for the New Jersey Flames. A 1-2-3 second. The Flames lead the Bobcats 1-0 through 2 innings. This is BlueChipSoftballTV.com. Otherwise, on our television broadcast here from the Bagsai softball complex, a lot of fans sitting around on the first and third base sides of all 4 of these fields getting ready to watch. And you got to look at the ribbon salesman. If you can see when we show our hitter, there's a blue tent right behind where that hitter is going to be. There it is. That blue tent is where the ribbon action happens. Top of the, or hitters 2, 3, and 4 now for the Flames against Taylor Wright. That's the ball upstairs. Ribbons available for sale under that blue tent in every color imaginable. Burlap, lace, you got it. A popular stand during these events. The pitch is dealt high for ball 1. Or for a ball, rather, to Gabby Bennett, who walked in the first inning against Taylor Wright. Wright holds the ball at the right hip and comes set to deal. That's a ball, or excuse me, a called strike, a late call. How much money do you think the people that sell things at these events make between the ribbons and the concession vendors? Probably a good bit. Late swing, a delayed swing, and that's foul down the left field line. Good adjustment by Bennett on that changeup to crank it foul down the line. Got a piece of it, and we'll continue to see a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Christine Gebhardt and Casey Sheeta to follow. Count runs full here as Wright misses high. We got 2 more games tomorrow for you. SoftballTV.com. The pitch from Wright is high for ball 4. Second time this game that Gabby Bennett has walked. She walked in the first. Third walk issued today by Taylor Wright. And here is Christine Gebhardt. And Gebhardt spins inside and takes a ball from Taylor Wright. Some action going on in the Brantford bullpen. We knew Taylor Robley was going to pitch the back half of this game, but that might come a little sooner than later. That one is lifted in the air down the line and right. A long run for Abby Hill, and she can't make the play, but it goes foul. So Gebhardt will get another chance. Bennett holds it first. And Taylor Robley is warming up and might relieve Taylor Wright sooner than later. Wright has struggled now in 3 consecutive innings. Now they say Gebhardt was hit by the pitch. So that'll push Bennett to second base, and Gebhardt reaches. So 2 on with nobody out for Canada. Wright pitched out of a bases-loaded jam in the first inning. Gave up 3 hits on a run in the second. Wright fires high for ball 1. 1-0 your score. The Flames on top here in the top of the third inning with nobody out. For the third consecutive inning, the Flames looking either to get the lead or extend their lead. Pitch is cranked up the middle. It sneaks through for a base hit. They'll initially hold the runner, but now the throw goes home. At first, Bennett was going to round third and try to score, but stopped and then started and then stopped again after Sidney Taylor's throw was on the money and very strong. Base hit for Sheeta, sneaks up the middle. Gebhardt to second, and Bennett holds at third. Base is full here once again for Wright with nobody out. Here's Helena Coppola, excuse me. Now, Coppola takes a cold strike on the inner half. No one out here in this third inning. Again, the Flames threatening to bust things wide open. The pitch is grounded into left field. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. Everybody else moves up 1 station apiece. Coppola's single, the second straight hit in this inning, scores Bennett from third. 2-0 lead for the New Jersey Flames. Gebhardt at third, Sheeta at second. Coppola at first for Lauren Conroy. Pitch to Conroy, cranked out toward right. Long run over for Abby Hill. She can't get to it. It gets past her, rolls toward the fence. 1 run scores. A second scores. Into second with a double goes Lauren Conroy. Coppola holds at third base. It's a 2-run double. And now a 4-0 game as the Flames grow their lead here. Still no one out in this third inning. And now we'll see a conference at the mound again. Or in the circle again, excuse me. After a walk and a hit batsman, back-to-back singles by Casey Sheeta and Helena Coppola brought home the first run of the inning, and then Lauren Conroy's double past the right fielder Abby Hill makes this a 4-0 ball game. So Conroy at second, Coppola at third. Alex Corrigan singled to lead off the second. She'll hit here with nobody out. 7 hits today for the Flames, and 5 of those have been singles. Here's Corrigan again. That's a ball down and in. And as efficient as as good as the Flames have been, they haven't really been efficient in this game. They've left 5 stranded on the base paths in the first 2 innings already. This could be even worse than it is for the Bobcats. That one's popped up. Shallow right field, backing up from second base. Catch is made by Emily Dodge. Throw to the plate, and that is in time to retire. Coppola trying to score from third. A huge double play. Backing up, makes the catch, and then Coppola rolls the dice by saying that as Dodge was backpedaling, it would be tough for her to make that throw to the plate. She delivers a strike. Good base running, by the way, for Lauren Conroy. Double play. Here is Dan with 2 outs now and runner at third. Marino grounds it through the left side, right side. And an RBI. Hill bobbles it. She looks to be hurt on the play. And with that, second base. It's an RBI single as Conroy scores, and Hill seemed like she tried to go forward in the grass and then got something caught, a cleat, maybe. It is a 5-0 game at this point as the Flames have scored a 5th run on the RBI single by Marino. But right now, the attention on short right. Looked like she got a cleat caught in that grass, and that is a thick surface out there, by the way. Maybe found a divot in that surface and rolled an ankle or twisted a knee or something. You hate to speculate, but it appeared to be at the knee level or below. And it looks like it's to the left leg. Attention continues to go to Hill. Now the coaches from both teams, umpires out there as well. They'll get her some water now. Chelsea D'Avalar taking the lead and providing first aid to her teammates, and now they'll get Hill up from a lying on her back position so that they can give her that water. A lot of attention being paid to Abby Hill. Now the Flames are bringing, I believe, an ice pack of sorts out of that dugout. It looks like they'll get Hill to her feet now. See which one she's favoring. My apologies, it's the right leg was the one injured. Seemed like she went to run up and try to make the play on that ball, and that leg got caught in the thick surface here. I'll draw the attention at the time being here to her teammate, who appears to be trying to get my bearing. Sydney Taylor, the center fielder, is standing in short right field, the 0-0. And see if Buzz can get a good shot of that. Look at her ankles and see how high that grass looks on her feet. You barely see the back of her heels on that thick surface here. It's kind of a stringy surface, so it's not really a stretch to see where she could have caught a foot caught on a weed or maybe even a divot from another player. The rest of her body moved forward. She did not. Casey Harrison was an extra hitter in this game. She'll come into play center field. Sydney Taylor will move to play right for the departed Hill. After that stoppage, we're back to action with Emma Curry hitting against Taylor Wright. 5-0 your score, 4 runs already in this inning on 4 hits. Run scoring singles by Helena Coppola and Daniela Marino, and a 2-run double from Lauren Conroy. This one is grounded wide to third. Foul ball off the bat of Emma Curry. There are 2 outs in the inning. Curry is the 8th hitter in this frame for the Flames. Wright deals and is popped straight back. This is something I'm not really sure about when it comes to these timed games. Is this like soccer where they've got injury time or stoppage time? Will that be taken into consideration? Because that was at least 5 minutes that we were stopped as the coaches attended to Hill. A late swing by Curry, and she fouls it straight back. We are in the 3rd inning now, top half. The Flames are out to a commanding 5-run lead. At second base, it's Daniela Marino. Taylor Wright deals, and that's chopped foul. These hitters are making good adjustments on Taylor Wright. You see a lot of them laying back and swinging late on those change of pace pitches in Wright's repertoire. Wright deals, that's high. Again, Sydney Taylor is shifted over to play right now, and Casey Harrison is in center for Brantford, with Abby Hill leaving this game with a leg injury. Pitch from Wright stays high. And we certainly do wish the best for Abby Hill. Count is full with 2 outs on Emma Curry, runner at second base for the Flames. Taylor Wright trying to get out of this jam without further damage. Is hit off the end of the bat toward the shortstop. D'Avila will have to hurry. The throw is low and hits the hitter after the bag. The tag on her will prove that she made the turn correctly back to the bag, and scoring from second is Daniela Marino. It is 6-0, New Jersey. Marino just kept rounding third on the infield single by Curry. Tough play for D'Avila to make. And when the throw got away from Sinclair, it allowed Marino to score. 6-0 as Kristen Ruggiero hits. Ruggiero with an RBI, and she bounces this one wide. The hot bats belong to the Flames. The pitch back behind that dugout. Curry leads at first. The pitch is bounced to third base. Toria Gray-Baker's throw across the diamond is in time to retire Kristen Ruggiero, but the damage is done. 9 Flames come to the plate, and they score 5 times on the strength of 5 hits, a walk, and a hit batsman. Your score now through 2.5 innings. Flames 6, Brantford Bobcats 0. This is BlueChipSoftballTV.com. We go to the bottom of the third. Brantford looking for their first hit of this game against Carissa Spellman. They'll have Cammie Sinclair, and then Casey Harrison and Taylor Robley as Sinclair takes a strike. Abby Hill, the right fielder, was to have batted next, but I would venture to guess that's not going to happen after she left the game a moment ago. Bouncer back to Spellman in the circle, and she'll turn and throw to first, 1 away. We'll see a pinch hitter here for Hill. Charlie Carricker will hit in Abby Hill's spot. And she takes a ball. Carricker awaits the second pitch. Takes a strike on the outer edge. 3 strikeouts thus far from Carissa Spellman. About halfway through our timed game. The pitch is upstairs. So we've got about a half hour left in it, give or take. Carricker swings and misses. And she's down 2 strikes on Carissa Spellman. Six in a row retired by Spellman as Carricker fouls one back. Spellman fires, and Carricker takes upstairs for a ball. The pickup football game continues to our left. The pitch to Carricker is taken low and outside, a check swing, and they say she didn't go. And she'll draw ball 4. Second walk of the day issued by Carissa Spellman, only a second base runner for Brantford. As the circus atmosphere continues at the Bagsai softball complex. We've seen dogs, we've seen pickup football, we've seen dog fights. Even a man with a stuffed shark walking around. You've got it all. Casey Harrison took over in center field after Hill left, and she'll take a ball low. Snap throw back. Carricker does get back safely. Spellman fires low. Now Casey Harrison has the count to her advantage of 2 balls and no strikes. Spellman deals up for a ball to throw back to first. And Charlie Carricker is back. Two balls and a strike now on the center fielder, Casey Harrison. Oh, strike 2. Taylor Robley in the on-deck circle. Started this game as an extra hitter, but we expect to see her in the circle in the next inning. She was warming up to pitch, and now a swing and a miss is strikeout number 4 today for Carissa Spellman. 2 outs here in the third. And here's Taylor Robley. Pitch to Robley, bounces in for a ball. The New Jersey Flames with a commanding 6-0 lead on the Brantford Bobcats. Brantford still looking for their first hit of this ball game. Time is called. I think Carricker has an untied shoe at first. And she's good to go. We'll be back to action in just a moment. The pitch is a cold strike on the inside half to Taylor Robley. Robley swings and jabs this one to the right side. Knocked down at short by Skylar DeVore, and a strong throw across the infield. And it's in time to retire Robley at first base. So the one-out walk doesn't come back to hurt Carissa Spellman. We've from the Bagsai Softball Complex in Binghamton, New York. And your score, New Jersey Flames 6, Brantford Bobcats 0. This is BlueChipSoftballTV.com. Here's the pitching change we expected as we go to the fourth inning. New Jersey leads Brantford 6-0. Taylor Robley will come on to pitch the rest of this game in relief of Taylor Wright. In 3 innings, Wright was touched up for 6 runs, 5 of them coming in the third. She'll have 9 hits in this game as Taylor Robley fires a ball to Berna McCormick. It'll be Berna McCormick on the top of the order for the Flames. McCormick chops it foul. She had a hot shot at third base that was caught by Toria Gray Baker, in the second. As we play on here in the fourth inning. McCormick takes a ball outside from Robley. Berna McCormick will graduate in the spring from Montgomery High School, and she takes a ball low. The Flames out of New Jersey, a lot of different high schools there. The pitch here is chopped to third. Toria Gray Baker will have to hurry. Gloves it, fires on the run, and McCormick grounds out for the first out of this fourth inning. As Skylar DeVoren stands in. The folks from Brantford were telling me Brantford, Ontario is known for 2 things, largely. One of those is that it is the home of inventor Alexander Graham Bell, as Skylar DeVoren takes a strike. The second is that it is the home of Wayne Gretzky, as DeVoren takes a ball. Trust me, it's a ball. I know you can't see very well for the gentleman standing in front of us. We're trying to get his attention. Pitch to DeVoren is a called strike. Or we're going to try to move around. The pitch is upstairs. The thing is, this gentleman has looked back a couple times as if he kind of knows he's on TV, but doesn't seem to be acknowledging that fact. DeVoren pops it straight back. One away in the top of the fourth inning. The Flames have a commanding 6-0 lead on the Brantford Bobcats. Taylor Robley on, and she'll deal as DeVoren fouls it away. So Brantford, the hometown of Alexander Graham Bell and Wayne Gretzky. Pitches loop to third, and a nice catch made by Toria Gray Baker. She's been busy at third base. Has her hands in both outs of this inning. Here's Gabby Bennett. Well, our gentleman is taking a seat now, or looks to be taking a seat. The pitch is a ball to Gabby Bennett. From Taylor Robley in her first inning of work. It's been an impressive first inning thus far. The right-hander misses there. A ground out and a line out. I think in relief, that's really the biggest thing to do, is to pitch to contact. Get in that circle as she fires a strike to Bennett. You need to throw strikes and work quickly. 2 outs. Bennett has walked twice today. A delivery here from Robley. Popped up first base side. Maybe some room for Stewart or Sinclair. And Sinclair just runs out of room. It hit the top of that fence. That's the net that runs from the fence all the way to a cord that connects that net. Sinclair just ran out of room by a few inches. Another 2-strike pitch from Robley. Just off the edge of Mackenzie Philpott. The catcher did a great job to frame that. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. And the pitch is a chopper to second base. Backing up, Emily Dodge fields it and throws complete a 1-2-3 fourth inning. So the Flames retired in order for the first time today. We're through 3.5 from Binghamton, New York in the Bagsai Softball Complex. New Jersey Flames 6 and Brantford Bobcats 0. This is BlueChipSoftballTV.com. New pitcher for New Jersey as we play on to the bottom of the fourth inning is Maddie McMahon. Relieves Carissa Spellman, who did not allow a hit in 3 innings, walked 2, and struck out 4. As the New Jersey Flames lead the Brantford Bobcats 6-0. Logan Blake, the left fielder, leads off and takes a ball from Maddie McMahon. Mackenzie Philpott and Chelsea D'Avalar will follow against this right-hander. Pitch is down and in. One of the things the Brantford folks were telling me is that they love coming to tournaments in the States because they feel they see more left-handed pitching in the United States. Apparently you don't see a lot of that north of the border. McMahon comes set again and deals high for a ball to Logan Blake. 2 balls and no strikes. Blake struck out swinging in the first. The pitch is a cold strike on the inner half. Things winding down today from the Bagsai Softball Complex. Action at 2 other venues in the Binghamton area. This is a grounder to second. Scooped by Casey Sheeta. The throw to first is in time. Sheeta's not been terribly busy over there today, but picks up the first out for Maddie McMahon. Here's Mackenzie Philpott. She'll take a ball. Again, our matchups tomorrow are at 9:20 and 12:30. The pitch to Philpott is down. The teams in the 12:30 matchup are yet to be determined. It's a single elimination tournament that these teams will play in tomorrow, beginning at 7:45, with most of the action here at the Bagsai Softball Complex. Pitch to Philpott stays up and away. We'll have the Morris County Bells and the Outlaws Elite in our first game at 9:20. As Philpott takes the strike. And games at 7:45 and 9:20 will determine who we'll see at 12:30. Philpott waits on a change and pops it into short center. Backing up, the shortstop, Skylar DeVoren, squeezes it, 2 gone. Again, we've really appreciated being here in Binghamton and being around the folks of the Blue Chip softball circuit. A lot of the coaches and the parents have done a good job to take us in. I'm grateful for the help we received from the managers and head coaches of these teams. As Chelsea D'Avalar stands in and now has a 1-0 count against her from Maddie McMahon, excuse me. D'Avalar bounces it foul, and that and they're grateful to do it. So all kids that aspire to play 6 first inning. Fifth. Your score, New Jersey Flames 6. Bobcats 0. This is BlueChipSoftballTV.com. Some more scenes from elsewhere around this event here at the lovely Bagsai Softball Complex in Binghamton, New York. With our producer Buzz Mead, I'm Eric Little. Thank you for joining us today on BlueChipSoftballTV.com. Glad to be here for the STOP-DWI Tournament of Champions, our second event here on Blue Chip Softball TV. New Jersey leads Brantford 6-0 in our game of 2 today. We had a game yesterday and a selection show for the Sunday draw yesterday. You might find that elsewhere on YouTube. And we got 2 games tomorrow for you. First pitch from Taylor Robley is up and in on Christine Gebhardt. Robley in her second inning of work will face Christine Gebhardt, Casey Sheeta, and Helena Coppola. That one's popped up. And back at third base. The left side at least. D'Avalar short will make the catch. And Gebhardt was retired for the first time. She'd previously walked and was hit by a pitch. So here's Casey Sheeta. Pop out in a single. That's the Flames bat in the 5th inning. Pitch misses low. This game got started a little late, so because of that, it's a timed game. We have about 15 minutes left. What remains to be seen is whether they'll add some time, because Brantford had an injured player, Abby Hill, go down a few innings ago, and they attended to her for about 5 minutes before they got her off the field. So I might add, maybe be a little lenient with the timed aspect there, as that pitch is fouled straight back. My producer Buzz Mead and I attempt to avoid sunburn any worse than we're already getting it today. We have this nice tent, but try to stay out of the sun even more. A shot to right field. Taylor almost had a play at first base, but Sheeta puts her second single of the day into right field. Ball died in that thick grass. So Taylor's at first. Here's Helena Coppola. First hit for the Flames since the 3rd inning. With an arm. For the Flames, 10th hit of this game at least. Side to Coppola. If Brantford is to come back and tie or win this game, they need to do it all in the next half inning, and they need to do it all fairly quickly. This pop-up in a shallow center, and coming on, the center fielder Harrison gives way at the last second to Chelsea D'Avalar. Scary play for D'Avalar because she probably heard Harrison coming and running and running and running and wasn't sure if she'd stop. Finally she does. 2 outs. Sheeta holds at first. Here's Lauren Conroy. Conroy takes a ball. Her 2-run double in the 3rd really ripped this game open. It was a 2-0 game, and it became a 4-0 game right after that. Swing and a miss. Conroy pulls her head a little bit there. 6-0 now. The Flames are out in front. Brantford has not been able to put together any offense. A pitch here is popped foul, out of play above first base. Two more waves of games after this from the Bagsai softball complex and surrounding fields today. The pitch is swung on a miss, and that'll do it for the Flames in the 5th inning. Strikeout for Taylor Robley is her first of the day as Conroy goes down on strikes. And how about Taylor Robley? She's retired 6 of the 7 she's faced. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th, and the Flames lead the Bobcats 6-0 on BlueChipSoftballTV.com. Toria Gray Baker will stand in to hit and take a strike from Maddie McMahon. Emily Dodge and Sydney Taylor will follow here in this bottom of the 5th inning. 6-0. A wicked changeup by McMahon will get Taylor to chase for a strike. Fifth inning here. By she'll step up on the bag. So 2 away here is Taylor. Spellman struck out 4 in her 3 innings of work. McMahon has 2 strikeouts, and again, she's put away all 5 hitters she's faced now. Sydney Taylor takes a strike. Taylor moved to right field after Abby Hill left this game. And the pitch is hit in the air toward right. On the run, a sliding catch made by Marino. And that'll bring the 5th inning to a screeching halt. A 1-2-3 inning for Brantford. And that'll do it, the umpires say. In 5 innings, New Jersey the New Jersey Flames have defeated the Brantford Bobcats by a score of 6-0. Pause there for a moment because I know the home plate umpire was saying something to the second base umpire, and that was it. Was telling him that is the ball game. In 5 innings, your final, New Jersey 6, Brantford nothing. No hit pitching by Carissa Spellman and Maddie McMahon, and a great sliding catch in right by Daniela Marino to preserve that no-hitter. Gets to 2 knees, slides, and saves the day. New Jersey made early work against starting pitcher Taylor Wright. They loaded the bases in the first with a double and 2 walks. Couldn't come through there in the first. But in the second, 3 singles in the inning brought home a run, the third of those coming from Kristen Ruggiero, and that made it a 1-0 lead. 5 of the 6 New Jersey runs came in the third. After the first, 5 hitters reached without an out being recorded. Gabby Bennett walked. Christine Gebhardt was hit by a pitch. Back-to-back singles by Casey Sheeta and Helena Coppola made it 1-0. And then with the bases full, Lauren Conroy doubled home 2 to make it 4-0. Excuse me, it was 2-0 after the Coppola single and then 4-0 after Conroy's double. Fly-out double play as Coppola was thrown out at the plate trying to score after a pop-out. Followed, and then Daniela Marino's single made it 6-0. It was the 5th run of that inning. So, from there on, it was just the pitching of Carissa Spellman, who retired all but 2 that she faced, and Madison McMahon, who threw 2 perfect innings to finish things up. So again, your final, New Jersey 6, Brantford 0. Tomorrow morning at 9:20 on Blue Chip Softball TV, we'll have Outlaws Elite and the Morris County Bells in an elimination game. A little after 9:10 tomorrow morning here from the Bagsai Softball Complex in Binghamton, New York. We thank you for joining us. Our producer and cameraman extraordinaire is Buzz Mead. I'm Eric. Flames 6, Brantford Bobcats 0. This is Blue Chip Softball TV and a production of Stream for Sports.